Hello lovelies, so today we are making 500 grams of fondant and I'm making use of Suzanne icing sugar. So quickly I will measure in my 2 tablespoons of water into my little bowl for my gelatin powder dissolving. And here is 1 teaspoon of gelatin powder. Pour it into my 2 tablespoons of water, give it a little shake or stir, cover it up to rest for some minutes. So here after 10 to 15 minutes and our gelatin is ready, I quickly place it on the fire with my pot and little water inside it. Scooped in 3.5 tablespoons of glucose. 3.5 tablespoons of glucose into our gelatin. In case you will be making 1 kg of fondant, just know that you just times all of your items twice of what we've used here. This is 500 grams of fondant we are making, so 1 kg should be twice of all the ingredients we have used. Now always remember, do not allow the water in your pot or saucepan while you're dissolving these 2 items to boil. If your water is about to boil, you turn it off or you lower. Bear it in mind. So here our 2 items are ready. We are just going to allow it to cool off a little bit, not so much, not too hot and not too cold. Now to know if your mixture is ready to be used, you can dip your finger into it, allow it to stay a little. If your hands can bear the hotness, then it's ready. So quickly I will scoop out 1 cup aside. You always scoop out 1 cup aside. You might need it, you might not need it. So you scoop out a little on your kneading surface as well, and then the remaining one in your bowl. You can pour in your mixture now into it. Stir it up together. Combine all together to make a slimy dough or a moldy paste. Once you've formed a muddy paste in your bowl, now you can pour it out to the icing sugar on your kneading surface. Gently begin to combine all together to form that hard paste, your fondant. Begin to combine them gently. Now, if you've never made fondant before, do not be scared to knead. First, you need to be gentle with your icing sugar and your paste to avoid huge mess. Just watch me how I do it. So let me say this. In my previous 2 videos in my channel, I showed you how to add in your Tylose powder, and I showed you the accurate quantity measurement of Tylose powder or c.m.c. Any of them, they are the same thing. Tylose powder or c.m.c to add to your fondant. For my 500 grams of fondant, what I need is 1 tablespoon or 1.5 tablespoons of Tylose powder or c.m.c, depending on the weather. But actual measurement is 1 tablespoon of Tylose powder or c.m.c. So now I'm going to be using, for this moment, I'll be making use of half tablespoon of Tylose powder. For today, for this fondant I'm making right now, I will be using half tablespoon of Tylose powder. Now my reason is I found out that if I make a fondant and I add the complete measurement of Tylose powder I need, that very day I make my fondant. The very day I will be needing that fondant, like I do make my fondant a week ahead or a few days ahead. The very day I will be needing that fondant, it will be so hard and very difficult for me to knead. And this is half tablespoon of Tylose powder I just added. And that will be all I'll be using for today. I'm not adding any other Tylose powder again till the very day I'll be making use of this fondant. So that day I will know if I'm adding 1 full tablespoon of Tylose powder again to it, that is making it 1.5 tablespoon, or I'm just making use of half tablespoon of Tylose powder. So I showed you in my previous video how to measure the accurate amount of Tylose powder in your fondant. But I find out that doing it that way give you a very tough time kneading your fondant on that very day you will be making use of it. It will give you a hard time when you want to knead it. So start making it this way, especially when you want to make your fondant in large quantity and you want to store it. Remember in my video where I taught you how to make fondant in a large quantity, I told you your fondant can stay up to 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Hence, you store it very well and you store it in white color. Do not color. When you color fondant, it's very easy to spoil, to go bad. But once your fondant is in white color, it stays up to 4 months, believe me, as long as you wrap it very well. So if you're storing your fondant for a long time, do not add up all the Tylose powder you need instantly, so that whenever you bring it out to knead it, it can be very easy for you to knead. Then at that moment, you can now add as much as you want. It's also very good for you, so that that very day, if the weather is not friendly, you can add as much as you want to add to help absorb moisture. And here is another reason it is good not to add all of your Tylose powder at a spot. Now, it also helps whenever you bring out that fondant. I told you your fondant will still be easy for you to knead. So that means your fondant will still be dense. When I say dense, it means that if you're wrapping it, if you're wrapping your cake with that particular fondant, if it still feels that softness, it will not be extra stretchy. Now, I've made use of fondant like this for years. That has been my pattern for years. I'm glad I have learned this new pattern and the benefit of it. So I am telling you to do so. Now, when you store your fondant that you've added the accurate quantity of your Tylose powder or c.m.c, it makes that fondant to be extra stretchy, a kind of rubber. Now, this kind of fondant hardly hide marks, cuts. Let's assume you're paneling your cake with fondant like this. It hardly hides that cut you make when you're on your paneling method of wrapping your cake up with fondant. So that is another good reason why you shouldn't add all of your Tylose powder or c.m.c at a spot. Okay, we learn every day, and I'm assuring you in this channel, whatever be a new thing, as long as I know it's going to benefit me and benefit you all, I'm holding nothing back. I will quickly come here to share it with you guys. All right, amazing viewers, thank you for watching to this extent. To my subscribers, you all are amazing. You are the strong pillars of this channel. I will keep saying so. Thank you for always tuning in into this channel. I really appreciate you all. Remain blessed. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do. It's absolutely free. It is free. It takes nothing from you. It takes no dime from your account. That is the truth. Please, it means nothing to you, but it means a lot to me. Please subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so that you can always be notified whenever I'll drop any video. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And most importantly, you can ask me any question on my comment section concerning your fondant or your cake. I'm always available to attend to them. So now you can see I've been kneading this fondant for a while now on my kneading surface without any icing sugar or corn flour. This means my fondant is ready. You can see it is not sticky to my kneading surface or my palm. I've been kneading and kneading without anything, and it is yet still very stiff and nice, coming out very well. That means my fondant is ready to be wrapped in a plastic bag and placed in a container, in an airtight container. That's how I store. Now remember, give this fondant for few hours to rest before you use. Do not use immediately, okay? Bye for now, and do well to always check on my channel. A lot to learn concerning fondant. See you in my next video. Bye.